What's up, guys? MiniBean75 here. Today, I am back with another episode of the How to Build Blank in Minecraft, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make the WWE production truck in Minecraft. So the first thing you're going to want to grab, you are going to want to grab a block of coal, a block of quartz slabs, quartz stairs. Oh, and I almost forgot, you're going to want the stone slabs. Alright, and once you have that, you are going to go and you're going to want to place 2 coal blocks just like that. It is going to be 3 blocks wide. The whole truck is going to be 3 blocks wide and 11 blocks long. Now that you've got your 2 wheels set up there, you're going to go just like this. And then basically I'm going to fill in everything up until the next set of wheels. Alright, and now that you have that done, basically you are going to go you're going to have your rows up to 7 rows so far. So you're going to have 1 row, which is just nothing, then the wheels, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is basically nothing. Then we're going to have wheels, and then we're going to go just like this, and we'll just set one in the middle, then we're going to go just like this, and then we're going to have our last section right there. So here is going to be the base for our semi-truck itself. And then the next thing that we're going to want to do is we are actually going to take our quartz and we're actually going to build the actual semi-parts that you would actually sit in when you're driving it. So the way I like to start, the first thing we're going to want to do is on the section right here where we've got our first set of wheels, we're going to put our stairs just like this. And then we're going to build our stairs just like this, basically to make a little hood, somewhat similar to what we did with the ambulance. If you haven't seen that video, head onto my channel and take a look at that. And then we're going to set a block in the center for the hood. Personally, I just like to put 2 blocks just to be safe. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we are actually going to fill in this section here. So basically, each side you're going to go back 4 blocks. Same thing over here, go back 4 blocks, and then cover that back section there. And then we're going to go up 1 row, which is basically going to go just like this. So you're going to make sure that these 2 sections here are still wide open. Then the next section, we're actually going to cover most of this. We're going to go out 1 row, and then we're actually going to stick a block here. And then just for the sake of it, I like to cover that block up as well, even though it really doesn't matter. Then the next section, you're going to go up 2 blocks just like this. So now everything with your basic quartz block has been used. Next, we're going to take our stairs. We're going to put our stairs along this front section right here, 1 row like that. The next row, we're actually going to use a quartz slab. And we're going to go up 1, and then on this very back section, we're going to go up 1. So as you guys can see, here's how our semi is going to look. This is kind of that curve of the roof that you obviously have seen with semis before. The next thing we're going to grab, we are going to go in, we're going to grab stone button, or just the regular buttons, I guess. They're not wood buttons, the stone buttons. We're going to grab a hopper, and then we're going to go and we are going to grab some glass. Now with the glass, you can choose whichever color you want to use. Me personally, I'm going to use light gray glass. So I'm just going to use the regular light gray glass blocks. And then the only thing different I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the black stained glass pane. Now, basically what we're going to use this glass for, this is going to be for our windows and our windshield. So we're going to stick 2 blocks in just like that, and then we're going to stick a block right there, and there's our windshield. Now, the cool part with Minecraft and how you can customize your own truck is, you can make yourself a little inside to that truck if you want, or you can, change the color of your glass however you prefer. It's completely up to you. And then we're going to take one of these panes on each side, and there we've got our rear view mirrors, which I think look absolutely awesome. And then we're going to take this hopper, and we're actually going to stick this hopper where these 4 wheels are in a square. We're going to stick this hopper right here in the center. Now, if you don't know what this is for yet, you'll figure out in a second. This is basically going to be where our semi-trailer is actually making connection to our semi-truck, which I think just looks absolutely awesome. And then we're going to take our buttons, and basically the buttons we're just going to set on each wheel. This is basically just going to be to show that these are wheels. And there we go. So there is the basic semi-truck. Now we're going to go in and we're just going to add in a couple things to make the semi-truck just look a little bit better. So you're going to want to grab item frames. You're going to want to grab glowstone. and you're going to want to grab redstone, blocks of redstone. Oh, and one more thing I completely forgot, and you're also going to want a ladder. So the ladder, you're going to stick right in the center. That is going to be the front grill of your semi. Then you're going to take item frames, stick them on each side, and then we're going to stick glowstone in those for the headlights. And then along this top half slab right here, you're going to do 1, 2, 3 item frames, and then in each item frame, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, just like that, of the blocks of redstone. Now, the reason I did this basically is because with most semis, there's always a ton of lights on them. If you've ever seen a semi, there's always a ton of lights, you know, or on the top of the semi, basically just for the semi to show that it is a semi. So we're going to go with that just like that. Next, we're actually going to go and we're going to work on the trailer. All right, and for our semi-trailer, we are going to want to select the coal blocks again. We are going to want the stone slabs. We're going to want black wool, and we're going to want black carpet. So the first thing we're going to want to do is build the frame of our semi-trailer. All right, and the whole semi-trailer itself is going to be 3 blocks wide, 25 blocks long, and 5 blocks tall. Now, that won't be the whole thing because there is going to be the extension in here that you guys will understand a little bit later. But for your basic trailer, like I said, it's going to be 3 by 25 by 5. So we're going to start here first. I'm just going to go like this, break a block, just so we can start. We're basically going to go 3. Now, this section is going to be taller than everything else. This is why I'm going to start here. We're going to stick a space here, and then we're going to drop down 1. So it probably doesn't really make sense right now, but for the sake of the way I'm going to build it, here's what we're going to do. Now, as you guys saw, I went through here and we filled this section up. So we went 1 above the hopper, and then we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in. And now the reason that I did that is basically now we know where we're going to start the ground level. So the ground level, we're going to connect one section and then disconnect it there. So this is going to be number 1. So this ground section is actually going to be 20 blocks long. So now that we know where we're at, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, so we are 20 blocks long from that point to here. Now that is going to be 25 blocks. So the next thing I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to fill in this bottom section here. Alright, and now that I have that done, the next thing I'm going to want to do is you're going to want to do your wheels. So the wheels, you're going to start from the back. Now that your bottom section is 20 blocks long, you're going to go in 2 blocks, in 1 more block. So 3 blocks in is going to be your first set of wheels, and then in 2 more blocks is going to be your next set. So the way that I think about it is you start at your back, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's where your back wheels are going to go. And for the sake of this, we're going to go and we're going to grab a button quick, and we are going to put our button down on these wheels just to get this done ahead of time. Okay, so now that we have that section done, the next thing we're going to want to do is we are going to want to fill in our semi-trailer part with the black wool. Now, before you start, to make it easier on yourself, the one thing I'm going to say is on whichever side you choose, if you go based on my exact creation, you're going to stay on the driver's side. So obviously this is the driver's side. You're going to leave basically a big section of the wall blank, and you'll kind of see me do it. But yeah, so basically take the wool and go all the way around your semi. Alright, so then for your extension section, as you guys can see, there is an 18 block section that is completely wide open. That's where your wool's going to go. So basically your wool is going to go just like this, and you're going to go 1, 2, 3, and this is going to go all the way down. And then when you get to this section, same thing. There's already 1 there, 2, 3. And then basically this is going to fill up this. Alright, and now that you have that done, the next thing you're going to want to do is you're actually going to want to grab some... I prefer to use quartz slabs, but you can use basically whatever color you'd prefer, because we're actually going to build the roof section in here. So for the roof section, I just like to go underneath, and you're going to want it to be completely flush with the top of your semi. Just like that, and we're going to do the same thing with this just single section right here. Boom, there we go. Now obviously that looks kind of stupid because it's white. Well, that's what your black carpet is for. Now you're going to cover your entire semi-trailer with black carpet. There we go. So now that we have that section done, I like to go and just take a piece of the nether brick fence, and we're going to stick 1 block under each end here. This is basically just the supports for the extension section itself. And we're going to go inside. We are going to go in here and we're going to take a slab and stick it, take 2 rows of slabs and stick it along this section just like this. Now this will look a little bit bizarre, and that's just going to be because of the fact that it's a little bit taller, or it's 1 section taller. Now that'll make sense in a second here when we put the desks in. So we're going to go back outside. Alright, and then on the outside we are going to go and we are going to put our side door on. So that is going to be on the 6th block in. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Break that 2 blocks there. This is going to be our side door. And I just like to put that block there so that I remember where exactly it's at. Now we're going to go inside. Okay, so for your extension section, this is going to be 16 blocks long. And basically we're going to want 3 3x2 platforms in here, and we're going to want them equally spaced. So the way that I found the best way to do it is to go on this side towards the door, and you're basically going to go just like this. There's 1. We're going to space out 3. There's 2. We're going to space out 3 again. And there's number 3. So now they're evenly spaced because this section has 1 spot where you could walk up. This side has nothing. Well, that's because either way you're going to walk in on this side. You're never going to be over here to walk up to this desk. Next, we are going to grab just whatever color wood planks you want. I'm just going to grab the basic oak planks, and then I'm going to grab redstone ore. The oak planks are going to go just like this along these front 3. These are basically going to be the upper desks. And then we're going to take the redstone, and that is going to run from the inside of each desk. So basically we're going to go on this side. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. As you guys can see, like I said, it's starting from just the inside of each of these 2 desks, just like that. And this is basically going to be our control panels for the entire production. And before we get too far in here, I am going to go back outside. What we're going to want to grab is you're going to want to go get some wool. We're going to grab red wool and white wool. And then basically we are going to put our WWE logos on each side. So for the WWE logos, I like to start from the back section. And on the extension part, we're going to go in 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go in 4 on this section, and then basically we're going to build our W. So we went in 4, so on the 5th block we're going to go just like this. Alright, so now we've got our basic W, and then all we're going to do is take some red wool, and fill it in right there. So this section is one block shorter, so we had to make the W look a little bit different, but that is going to be the W on this side, and then we're actually going to go on to the other side, and we're going to put one over here too. So the way that I like to do it is basically if our W goes to here, we're just going to keep an eye on what row that is. When we get over here, we flip over, and then we're going to go in one. So I'll just mark it right there quick. So as you guys can see, it ends there, and then it's going to start over here. So we're going to, now this section is one block higher, so we're going to go just like this. Alright, we've got our W there. Then we're going to take our red wool. We're going to make our drop down section on the one side, because as everybody knows, the WWE logo is lower on one side and then kind of moves up, and we're going to fill it in with red just like that. So there we've got our WWE logo on both sides. Now we're going to head back inside, and now we're going to get to the fun part where we get to put up all of the paintings. So you're going to grab your paintings, and then basically here's what you're going to want. On each of the outside sections, the way that I like to do it, on both outside sections, I like to have a 2x2. Now, I'm very picky with how my paintings look, so I want certain paintings. Basically, on the two outside sections, like I said, you're going to want a 2x2. I like the two that look the coolest. So, like I said, on the two outside sections, we've got a 2x2, and now basically 2 blocks high all the way across, you're going to put single paintings. Alright, and if you followed along with me, you're going to notice that there's 2 sections that are wide open. I forgot about these 2 sections. I like to do a 1x2, basically just to show some variations in our paintings, because these paintings are going to be our TV screens, obviously, and that's showing everything that's, going through all the different cameras. I like to have these like this, basically, like I said, just to kind of break it up and make it look a little bit better. So if you guys followed along with me, you're going to have your paintings look something along these lines. Like I said, a 2x2 on each end. Then basically this section in here is going to be 2x9, and you're going to have all 1x1 blocks, or 1x1 paintings, except for the top section there where 1 block in, you're going to have a 2x1 on each side. So that's what the paintings are going to look like. Next, we're going to take stone brick stairs, and we're going to go and we're just going to put a couple of our seats in. So our seats are going to look just like that. We've got our seats for the top section. And now that you have that done, then you're going to take and you're going to go in just like this. Basically, you're going to stick a seat in between each one of these like this. And then we're actually going to stick one right here in the center. Now, this is just the only spot where it seems to get a little bit more crammed, but this is just how it's going to look. Next, we are going to go and we are going to grab regular buttons. You're going to want to grab the weighted pressure plates, and we're going to grab the wooden trapdoors. So we're going to lay down our pressure plates first, and then we're going to set up our trapdoors. And there we go. These top desks are actually 100% done now. And then we just need to finish up this lower section. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our buttons, and we're actually just going to stick our buttons just like this on every single one of these blocks. Now this is done for 2 reasons. The first reason is going to be just because it gives it some buttons. It makes it look kind of cool. There's actually stuff that they can click on this block of just red spots. The red spots are basically just set up there to represent the lights and all that stuff on the control panels. But the other reason that I do this is it helps keep it bright in here without having to put torches. Because in my opinion, unless I'm building something that physically has torches, I find torches to be the stupidest thing that you could use in Minecraft to make something look cool. I feel like there's 1,000 different ways to light stuff, and I feel like people just go to regular torches, and I personally just think it actually makes their builds look not as good and not as authentic because they're using torches. Because if I walked into the WWE production truck, I can guarantee you the one thing you're not going to see is torches. Anyway, that's my rant for the day. The next thing that we're going to want is we're going to go in here, we're going to grab redstone torches. We're going to grab light gray wool carpet and iron doors. Now what we're going to do is we are going to, along this section, along the section with the TVs, we're going to put a redstone torch just like this, one block out from each one, and then in here, or on the extension side, on the very back wall on each end, you're going to put up these redstone torches. And these redstone torches, basically these are going to represent being on the air. So if those were turned on, obviously if you were in the control truck, you would know that you're on air, so don't mess around. You know, you got to stay professional. You are going to want to take black wool and, just for the sake of the build, cover this up. You can do whatever you want with your own. Me personally, I just think covering that up is just what looks best. Now we're going to go outside. We're going to take our iron doors and we're going to cover both of the back doors. And then I just like to take this, take the wood or take the stone stairs just like that. There we go. So now we've got the stairwell on the other side. And all we have left is to take our light gray carpet. And then basically I always just say cover whatever on the bottom section you can cover. I find it to look better, but the biggest reason that I do it is over here because we've got these wheels. I don't want just random black sections of floor. There, the inside section is now 100% completed. We're going to head back outside, and we've just got a couple things left to do. So we're going to want to go out, we're going to want to grab item frames again. We're going to want to grab the redstone bricks again. And then we're going to want to grab a redstone torch. So along the back section, you're just going to go up one block, the first block in the black, you're going to put down both item frames just like that. Then you're going to stick the redstone bricks inside. And then along the very top section, you're going to lay down 3 item frames and lay down 3 bricks of redstone. And then basically all you have to do is, what I like to do at least, is to put down a couple redstone torches just like that on each side. That just shows the people outside, hey, they're on it, or they're on the air. That basically is going to represent the same thing on the inside. Other than that, guys, there we go. We are 100% done. So, as you guys can see there is the WWE production truck in Minecraft. I think it looks absolutely awesome. Really curious to know what you guys think about it. Let me know if this was a good guide. I hope it was easy to follow. I'm going to edit it to the best of my abilities to make it easy to follow. But, yeah, so let's go look at one more shot of the inside. There we go. Like I said, it still feels kind of crammed, but for the sake of Minecraft, the fact that I was able to build the inside, I think looks absolutely awesome. So comment down below, guys. Let me know what you guys thought of the guide. Let me know if it helped you guys build your own production truck. Let me know if there was anything that I did that you decided you wanted to tweak differently. Remember, if you like this video, guys, definitely hit that like button down below. Other than that, guys, I just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.